Hey, what's up guys? Matt here with Fix Anything Save Money. Today we are going to be showing you how to do the yearly tune-up on this Ryobi BC30. And then it also has another model underneath here. It's model Ry30570. And this is the one with the brush cutter attachment. You can see right there. Okay, so we're going to be walking you through the three things that I like to do every year to make sure that your machine continues to run great. And they're pretty easy to do. It's not going to take you too long to do, and it's, pretty simple task. So the first thing we're going to do is the easiest. We're just going to remove this cover and then just kind of lift this down so that you could remove this right here. And then you just want to inspect this little screen right here. You could take out these two bolts with a 10mm socket, just loosen those, and then this plastic piece comes right out, and you could kind of rinse out this screen if it's all gunked up. So that's the first thing I like to do, make sure this filter is clean. And then to replace this cover, we're just gonna put these tabs right here underneath here, just like that. And then we're just going to slide it up into place, and you might need to kind of move this choke lever down, and then it'll click right into place. So that's what it should look like. Okay, so that's the air filter. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to show you how to remove the spark plug on this. So I also like to replace the spark plug, and to remove this cap, this one's it's hard to pull off by hand just because you can't really get in here. So I like to take a screwdriver and just pry up right under that rubber boot and just lift it straight up. And then all we're going to do is take a 3/4 inch socket, and we're just going to loosen that up. And we're going to rotate this way. And then once you kind of get it loose a little bit, you can go ahead and finish taking the plug out and just inspect the plug, replace it. If there's a bunch of carbon buildup, if it looks like it's starting to get really old, I like to just buy the kit and, get it all taken care of at once with the spark plug and the fuel filter. And that's what we're going to be moving on to next, is the fuel filter. So to put this plug back in, we're just going to put it in, rotating it this way. And I like to just get it hand tight and then get our socket on it, and we'll tighten it up the rest of the way. Put our cap back on, and you could almost hear that kind of click into place when you do it. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do is we are going to show you how to replace the fuel filter. So we're going to go ahead and take our gas cap off. And this does take a 50-to-1 fuel mix. So you can see in here our fuel lines. So we're just going to go ahead and grab this one that's connected to our fuel filter. And you could drain the fuel out of this if it makes it easier for you. So here's our fuel filter. And we're just going to take a really small flathead, and we're just going to pry this line off. Just like that. And then we would take our new fuel filter and just put it on just like that. And you want to get this as far up as you can so that it's flush with the base of the fuel filter. And then we're just going to drop our new one back into place, put our cap back on, and then I will show you real quick the orientation of these fuel lines, just so you're aware. I do have a video up on my channel on how to replace the carburetor on this model, so be sure to subscribe to the channel, check out that video, but I'll also put a link for it right there. So if you click on that link, it's going to take you to the video on how to replace this carburetor. Okay, but one thing I do want to point out is the fuel line orientation. So this top fuel line right here, the one that sits on top of the carburetor right next to the priming bulb, that goes down into here. I'll point to it with a screwdriver right here, and that's just our discharge. So that takes the any excess fuel in the carburetor and dumps it back down into our fuel tank. And then this line right here, this comes up and it goes to the bottom nozzle on our carburetor, and that's the actual fuel intake line. So that's the piece that was connected to the fuel filter we just replaced. And what that does is when you press this priming bulb, it sucks fuel up out of the tank and it loads the carburetor full of fuel. And then any excess, like I said, comes out of this top line and just discharges back into the tank. So that's the fuel line configuration, just in case you're wondering. And here's our choke. You could see, usually there's starting instructions on this cover. This is an aftermarket cover. The old one broke, so I had to pick up an aftermarket cover. But you could see here, we'll just walk through it real quick. When you have that lever all the way down, you could see that's our actual choke. So when the engine's cold, we would push this down, press our priming bulb, 5 times, and then pull our cord 4 or 5 times, and you'll probably hear the engine kind of start and then stall out. And you don't want to pull your trigger when you do that, because if you pull this trigger right here, it's going to automatically disengage this. So you could see how that comes right up. So when you first go to start it, when it's cold, just push that down, only pull this. Don't press the trigger, pull this 5 times. You'll hear it kind of start and then shut off, and then just flick this up all the way. And then what I like to do is I'll actually hold this in and pull at the same time, and that kind of starts it up, and then just let it run, let it idle for a few minutes to get the engine up to operating temperature, and then you could actually use the machine, and that just kind of prevents any premature damage to the engine. So it's just kind of a good practice to follow. Okay. And yeah, guys, that pretty much sums up how to tune up this Ryobi BC30. Again, that was model Ry30570. So if you guys have any questions at all, be sure to reach out in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, if this video helped you out, be sure to give it a like, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and check out all of my other tool and DIY videos. And yeah, guys, that pretty much does it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.